Hello, everybody, and welcome to Stellos Stadium in Nashua, scene of today's game between the host Bishop Guertin Cardinals girls soccer team and the visiting Nashua North Titans. Hello, I'm John Collins, soon to be joined by Tom King. Our cameraman for today's Nashua ETV game is Tim O'Neill, right up top here on the press box at Stellos Stadium, as we continue to get bonus high school athletics during this 2020 pandemic year. Glad to be here as we're underway. Bishop Guertin 2-0 against Nashua High North 2-0. It should be a great battle today. BG coming off a pair of impressive wins back-to-back over the Merrimack Tomahawks by scores of 4-0 and 4-1. So they outscored Merrimack a total of 8-1. And meanwhile, a 2-0 team on behalf of Nashua North, who doubled up on Nashua South earlier in this fall season. It is a truncated season. They're playing fewer games, more back-to-backs, and this is another one of those pairs, as BG and North will do battle twice this week. Also coming up on Saturday when North will play the role of the host team. But both of these two teams use the fine turf here at Stellos Stadium as their home grounds. So we'll see who comes up with the first goal of the game, if there is one, of course. No guarantees in soccer that you'll be able to put the ball in the back of the onion bag every game. 40-minute halves in New Hampshire high school boys and girls soccer. BG with the early pressure and a skipper in on the goaltender. Nicely done by BG to work their way in for some early pressure. I believe that was Sophia Cody, who's only a freshman out there at number 4. Among the players that are leading the attack. Also, number 2 for BG up front is Hannah Lord. She figures to get a lot of touches as BG looks to continue with their impressive goal totals, averaging, of course, 4 goals a game to this point. North with some players with a lot of skill at all of the positions, and they have high aspirations to go into the playoffs and perhaps deep into the playoffs this season. They seem to have a great squad assembled. Ball disappears into the hedges far side, and it'll be a North throw-in as the Titans seek to test BG's goaltender for the first time today. Ball contested on the far side. And coming away with it, Sydney Driscoll. Backheel pass across the field, stretching the field nicely. BG creating some space for themselves as they take it down the left sideline now. Sideline to sideline they go. Playing the ball back to the midfielder was Tegan McInnes, number 8. Ball goes to the far sideline. One of the midfielders that just moved the ball very well right there, Grace Kelly. And for us older folks, we nod our head and we know that was a famous name. For you younger folks, there's always Google. Yes, Grace Kelly, fantastic name on the pitch today. There's a chipper in the middle and a good dot by Bishop Guertin, just not able to connect. That would have been an onside play for the Cardinals. Trying to get in behind the defense was number 9. For Bishop Guertin, Katie Boudreau. He's the sophomore, but obviously he's got the confidence of her coach to start up front. Katie Boudreau just collided with North defender Michaela O'Brien, and O'Brien drew the foul as it was a bit of a dangerous hit by Katie, getting a little bit excited there in the offensive zone. A ricochet benefits the Cardinals as the ball ends up on the foot of Brooke Paquette, sophomore number 6, and a clean steal there for North with some momentum down the middle of the field. A nice shift from right to left. Emily DeLeo draws I believe that was a free kick call for Emily at that spot on the field, so she'll dust herself off and get up and take advantage, the Titans hope, of this free kick in a pretty advantageous spot. a great angle to look at just about every corner of the goal as the BG defenders set up a good 20 yards away from her. And the ball is a tester. It's off the crossbar and a save. That was a live ball. What a tremendous shot by Emily DeLeo. Hit the bottom of the crossbar, and the goaltender was not in control of the rebound. It could have been kicked past her. And right up front, trying to put in the game's first goal was Ariana Dumaine. And it's a bit amazing that that ball didn't end up in the back of the net, because the BG defenders were slow to get back there after that great kick by DeLeo. Just as you would draw it up, it had a perfect arc where it would be out of the reach of the goaltender until it reached the frame. And then you're talking a matter of an inch or two on the rounded bar. That could have ricocheted easily and gone over the line. Instead, it came straight down in front. So an exciting moment produced by Emily DeLeo of the Titans here early in the first 5 minutes of action. A race to the loose ball in front, and a good job of clearing that by the Titans goaltender, Victoria Conrad. Victoria Conrad and Abby Lanier are your listed goalkeepers for North. They are both seniors. Tracking the ball down into the deep left corner goes Grace Kelly. And the ball ends up over the hedges for a clear corner kick, as the Titans defenders, taking no chances, booted that one way out of play, but over the end line, which produces a corner kick in soccer and a set piece opportunity for the Cardinals. So it will be Kelly to take the kick as her teammates line up in the box and try to get some space. That one's right at the near post, and it went off one of the defenders and out of bounds. So it replay the corner. Nope, it was off of BG forward, apparently. Tough to see in all that traffic, but we trust that the official right there, down there in the field, had the right call. So ambitious corner kick there by Kelly. She almost looked like she was trying to angle it inside the far post. But there was a congregation of players at the near post that wouldn't let the ball go by and into the front of the goal area. Goal kick for North, and it goes out of bounds, so not what you want from goal kick right there, which you'll have a lot of, no doubt, during the course of the game, so they'll have to solve that problem. Maybe sometimes a goalkeeper can cede the responsibilities for goal kicks. So we'll be talking to Tom King shortly about this tweet that we're seeing from Curtis Harris Lopez as play resumes down on the field, thanking his teammates for helping me get here, which is Dartmouth football, 7th offer. We'll talk to Tom about that as the ball trickles down to the BG goaltender. Emily DeLeo with the kick of the game so far, Tom, on a set piece from the 25-yard line, as they mark it in football, or 35 yards out, with a arcing line drive, hits the crossbar, it bounces right down in front, and a North forward was the first one to get to the rebound, and the save was made.
Well,
high. So
this is a Guertin team that has only got 3 games under its belt, just like North, and North hasn't played in over a week. So Guertin got a game against Bedford on Saturday, showed me something by winning that game and shutting them out. So, I mean, these are 2 good teams, John. This is probably the best matchup we've had all year, and we've got a free kick already coming up for the Cardinals.
Yes, we do. They'll place the ball at the 25, so it's about where DeLeo kicked her mammoth shot, and another great free kick. This one by the Cardinals, and a tester on Victoria Conrad. I believe that's the goalkeeper, Tom. We also have Grace Carden listed as a goalkeeper if she's wearing number 33, so that's probably Grace Carden I got to look at her jersey, and it said 33. So she would be in goal today, and that was a tester.
Well, it was off her hands, but the thing was, it bounced off her hands against the bar, ricochets off the bar, and John, that could have come down behind her.
Easily.
And it didn't. Now here's a corner kick coming up for the Cardinals.
Pretty good corner kick.
Yep. And
Grace
of course,
Kelly is your kicker.
And of course, don't forget, Guertin's got a new coach this year, in Winston Houghton. So, he's an English guy. He's from the UK. He's been in this country 20 years. I did a big story on him a few weeks ago. And he's, I don't know enough about what his style is for this team, but so far so good for Guertin. And I see that thing about Curtis Harris, 7th offer. From what I understand, Curtis is going to keep it close to the vest until signing time in December. So, but 7 offers is great. Now, I know they would have loved to have gotten more, and I see they, meaning Harris and his Curtis Harris Lopez and his family and also his coaches. They'd love some more D1 offers to come in. But right now, if I were to rank them, you got UNH, Holy Cross, and Dartmouth. And I think
loose ball picked up by the Titans.
Depending on what the offers are, in terms of financial and everything else.
Yeah, that's important.
That's important. So I think you kind of weigh it that way. And by the way, guys, I don't know if you saw it today. It surprised me. Riviera University is adding men's and women's hockey starting next year.
Well, that's exciting.
So they'll take the spot where Daniel Webster used to be. I mean, they'll take all that slot, Conway Arena, and everything else. So
amazing.
And do you know who the chairman in their release? I didn't realize this. Do you know who the chairman of their board of trustees is? Brad Creek.
Brad Creek.
Whose claim to fame right now is as a girls basketball coach, former Brown University player and a former minor league hockey player.
Wow.
But he is quoted in the release. Evidently, he was a good proponent of it.
As much as Tom King knows, there's still a few things that surprise him every once in a while.
I'm telling you.
There you go. Brad Creek is involved with Riviera heavily. And,
apologize for, as I told John, I would be a little bit late for this game because I was at BG interviewing Brendan Callahan, who we're going to watch play on Saturday night, and he is going to be a definite focus of whatever Nashua North wants to do defensively.
Well, I'm just glad you survived the stairs.
Well, I'm going to have to go back down the stairs in a couple of minutes, take a couple photos.
That's right. Loose ball, BG first to it. The play is onside, tracking it down.
And don't worry, I talked to, there's a shot that if that curled in, that had it. That had the upper corner. And if I'm Guertin, I'm looking to shoot high, okay? Because, I mean, we're not talking about a tall goalie here. I think their goalie is a little bit taller.
Yes.
But I'm looking to shoot high. But this goalie's been athletic because she made some saves against South that were absolutely incredible when we saw them play a couple weeks ago.
Grace Guertin.
Yeah, I think it was still her.
Yeah. It says on the roster number 33 if she is in the goal, and that's the case today. Number 33 in goal for the Titans. We're still trying to verify the goalkeeper for Guertin. They don't list positions on the Guertin roster, just last year.
They split 2 people in net against Bedford the other day, and I imagine if you're going to play 2 goalies against Bedford, you're probably going to play 2 goalies against North.
Right. And how did they do against Bedford?
Shut them out.
So they are more than 2-0, as appears.
They're
on
3-0.
3-0.
Again, John, don't look at that NHIAA schedule.
Oh, we have a position sheet, a supplementary sheet. Maybe be able to figure it out. Yeah. Well, let me try this. Right here to the. Doesn't work. Well, maybe Madeline Brown. We're just guessing. If that sounds. Bowen. Madeline Bowen.
Hold on, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
Because I think I know who played the other night. I think I have it. What would life be like without cell phones, huh?
I can't remember.
I don't either.
We have played 15 minutes of the 40-minute first half. We are scoreless, 2 sparkling offensive chances off of free kicks in the middle of the field, both from 35 yards out by each team.
Yep. Aaron Morris started, and Maddie Bowen came in late.
Okay.
In the Bedford game. I would imagine this might be Morris. If she started, she played almost 2/3 of that game. She made 8 saves. Aaron Morris did against Bedford. Maddie made 3 playing late in the game. So she came in late in the second half.
Okay.
So again, we can't confirm that. So
soccer's funny with the numbers and the goalies. They very seldom
John,
match.
soccer's funny, period.
Oh, you know, there's a quote from one of the Saturday Night Live guys. I think it was Aaron Morris. Oh, okay, 17.
So is it Morris?
Good eyes. Yeah.
Is it Morris? Yeah. Yep.
Here's DeLeo. She already tested Morris. And
yeah, DeLeo and Ari Dumaine, they're going to be the ones testing all day long in this game.
She's got a strong left foot. We saw 2 crossbars struck, one by each team off of free kicks. BG's had some impressive corner kicks. North is still looking for their first one of those. And 2 undefeated teams that are able to score. We're not expecting a 0-0 contest here with talent, offensive talent that is on the field. BG putting the pressure on again. There's a loose ball and a good job of shielding off the striker by the Titans defense as the shot from distance goes wide. So 23 minutes and 30 seconds left here in half number 1. We're scoreless. Bishop Guertin against North. Week in sports. What a volleyball game we had last night. Won by North 3-2.
Incredible game.
Epic.
And our soccer expert at Nashua ETV, Ron Welliver, watched almost every minute of that game last night.
He did?
Yes, except the end.
So he heard our discussion of Ducky's expertise.
No, I don't think he did. I don't think we talked about it. I didn't talk about it with you. I don't think I did.
Did. The offside rule and whatnot? No? Maybe
No,
we
I
didn't.
don't think
Okay.
so. No.
Loose ball contested on the far sideline. Bishop Guertin trying to regain possession, but it is the Titans that come away with it. We have looked primarily to our left in the first half. Titans had a few rare chances, but mostly Bishop Guertin dominating the offensive zone time of possession as they continue to do here. Ball played in the middle, and a player hits the ground hard in the box, but they're going to
They'll let it go.
clean play.
Yep. But it's going to be, it should be a corner, or maybe not. The way they'll blow the whistle, they may make a call here and allow a free kick. Let's see. No.
It'll just be a goal kick.
Yep, goal kick is being called. Boy, how is that a goal kick?
Well, Natalie Kotu, who hit the turf hard, she was the last one to kick it, and she.
I disagree.
Okay.
I think North kicked it. That was the play. She kicked it out. I'd have to see it again, but boy, I sure thought that she made enough contact. There's a chance right here. Made enough contact. All right, guys, I'm downstairs. I'll be back up for the second half.
That's Tom King. He'll be rejoining us shortly. 0-0, 21-25 to go first half. Bishop Guertin putting the pressure on. Nearly had a one-timer in front of the goaltender there. And Grace Carden was breathing a sigh of relief that the forward for Bishop Guertin didn't have maybe a half a step more progress to put that in off the side of her foot. Ball up the sideline. Emily DeLeo with the steal. Whirling around. Nice job of dribbling by DeLeo to control that one. And the giveaway to Bishop Guertin on the rush. They'll play it all the way back to the goaltender, Aaron Morris. Morris teeing it up at the top of the goalie box. Going to go with the short passes to try to work their way out of the zone. And instead, North intercepts. Titans getting something going here. DeLeo in traffic. Talented footwork by number 2 for the Titans. You get double team there, though, and the ball taken away. Ends up back on the foot of Morris. Teeing it up. She'll kick it to midfield. And it's headed on over the midline. Ball's going to end up out of bounds. It should be a North throw-in. And doing the honors for North, Natalie Burgess, number 20, does get it all the way into the midfield area. Abigail Yepes was in the vicinity, number 1, but the BG defenders do a good job of controlling it and advancing it toward midfield before it's out of bounds. Cardinals throw in. Cardinals are playing the role of the host team today. Fuck. I guess I should have hoped it was a bee then that just flew into our equipment here. I wish instead of just a mask, I had a full bodysuit now with a stink bug in the Stello Stadium press box. Ball played toward the middle. Guertin controlling. They are 4 games into the season right now. These girls showing some fine running ability, stamina. Few of the players are wearing masks. Some have them down around their chin area, trying to maximize the oxygen. Others are wearing them fully up over their mouth. I see, for example, Katrina Peck-Buzek, number 17 for North, is fully masked up as she runs around the pitch. Obviously an optional thing during this contest. Guertin doing a nice job of short-range passing in the midfield area as they advance the ball in the offensive zone. Officials let the girls play on there, and I think it was a good decision as Grace Kelly did a nice job of maintaining control in traffic. Foot race to the corner. This could be a corner kick. No, it's a side-in throw for Bishop Guertin, thanks to the good hustle of defender Natalie Burgess, number 20. Inbound throw by Anna Bellotta. Ball in the middle of the box, kicked away by the Titans. And tracking it down, Ariana Dumaine. Dumaine, though, has it intercepted. And across the field we go. Kick from distance, a roller along the ground. Off the foot of Martha Lord, number 10. Not really much of a test there for Grace Carden, who boots the ball to the 50-yard stripe, where it's promptly returned by a BG midfielder. Guertin with control. Just under 17 minutes to go, first half. Play 40-minute halves in girls soccer. It is a Tuesday, October 6th of 2020. If you're seeing us on Channel 99, Nashua TV, we are live on October 6th, 2020. Welcome all. Look forward to bringing you the boys soccer game later on today, a 7 o'clock start. BG versus North. Good ball down the sideline for the Cardinals, who got a little excited there. They might have another scoring opportunity, but instead, excellent defense played by the Titans to produce, well, I guess this will be no scoring chance, but it will be a corner kick, and Grace Kelly is the designated corner kicker for Bishop Guertin. She's been doing a good job of putting it into the middle and giving her teammates a chance to do something with the ball from the corner. The defender on that play for North was Michaela O'Brien, number 4. She's standing closest to the corner kick. That ball's loose, and it goes off the body of a BG forward and out of bounds. It was like a hip shot that went just wide to the right of the goal. And apparently the official who's standing right there said that it deflected off of a defender before it went over the end line. Things happened fast in a group of players there on the far post area, and it went off of a North defender. So that's a corner kick from the opposite side for the Cardinals. It looks like Grace Kelly's over there to take this one as well. Kicks it right into the middle of the box. The ball's loose. A few players have a swat at it, and a great save by Grace Guertin. A saving save. I mean, she saved the goal clearly. That was a point-blank shot from the middle of the box, and it was an amazing save by Grace Guertin to get both hands on that and direct it wide of the post. That had some great velocity on it from Brooke Paquette, just as BG would draw it up to get a chance like that. Off the fingertips of Guertin, and there's just too many players to get that shot through by Martha Lord. She took a shot at it to try to get it through a tangle of bodies, but it deflected off of a North defender, and we will have the third corner kick in a row for the Cardinals, who are keeping the pressure on here in the first half in a scoreless game, hunting for that first goal, and they came so close with that second corner kick opportunity off the foot of Brooke Paquette, and the save of the game made by Grace Guertin. She may be called upon to do it again. Kelly keeping it coming with these corner kicks that are giving her teammates scoring opportunities galore. You can tell why Coach Houghton has designated Grace Kelly to take the corner kicks. Very consistently putting the ball in play in the middle. Finally, the Titans are able to relieve the pressure, however, as they stave off 3 corner kicks, and they get a free kick from their own end. And Emily DeLeo's got that super strong foot, kicks it about 56, 60 yards downfield, and changes the complexion for a moment. BG's right back on the attack, though. Near sideline, Delaney Ramalho, number 13, getting a lot of touches today. Grace Kelly just missed that pass. Titans just trying to clear it, not really passing it upfield, just kind of desperately kicking it away, and BG continually intercepting. Martha Lord deep in the corner, double team, and she draws the corner kick. Michaela O'Brien was the deep defender, and it was a situation similar to basketball when you're about to go out of bounds and you take the ball and you throw it off the lower legs of the defender so that it'll be out of bounds off your opponent and you get possession of it. That's exactly what happened there, as the Cardinals, Martha Lord purposefully kicked it off of O'Brien, and yet another corner kick for the Cardinals and for Grace Kelly. It is an art form for her. 12 minutes to go in the first half. We're scoreless. Will be this be the first goal of the game? There's a header, and it's in. And it's a header for the Cardinals. Grace Kelly, one tremendous corner kick after another, and she sets up her teammate. That is going to be, let's see, I'm going to get the number on the back of the uniform there. And that was Martha Lord, I believe, that got the header home for goal number 1. Congratulated by her teammates. That was a tremendous set piece execution by the Cardinals as the ball ends up on the back of the net. Our friend Tom King was right down there to observe it. We'll be getting his report on the goal. Game-changing moment there. Cardinals strike first. They've been averaging 4 goals a game, and they just got the first one of this contest. 1-0. The Cards lead it. Martha Lord going to work.
On the scoreboard.
It was a clean header, and there was really no chance for Grace Guertin, as it seemed every player on the pitch except for Grace Kelly, who kicked it from the corner, were congregated in the box right in front of the goaltender, and somehow it reached the diminutive Lord, she must have gotten up in the air pretty good to get to that ball first. And with authority, with the velocity of a kick right into the back of the net. 1-0. The Cardinals lead it here in the first half. Just over 10 minutes to play. The Titans, first of all, need to start getting the ball more consistently in the offensive zone, something they've not been able to do. The Titans came oh so close to scoring the game's first goal off the foot of Emily DeLeo early. A free kick, set piece opportunity from 35 yards out, where she kicked a blistering bullet off the crossbar, and the rebound just stayed out. Emily DeLeo, we just spoke of, is now trying to drive toward the goal, and she may have drawn another foul for a free kick opportunity. This one will be even better than a corner kick, with more angle toward the goal and closer than the corner. So Emily DeLeo with that dangerous left foot, although she seems to be lined up to take it with the right foot. See what she decides to do here, a pass or a shot. Chips it toward the goal, it's over everything. And that was an opportunity missed for the Titans, but able to put some offensive pressure on for a change, as both teams make some substitutions here. Coming on to the field for North is number 13, Anna Bellotta. Katrina Peck-Buzek takes a rest. Back to the defense for the Cardinals. Titans would love to intercept and double up on their scoring opportunities here. Give the Bishop Guertin Cardinals a taste of their own medicine, trying to defend for more than a minute. Nice stoppage by DeLeo. Has some teammates on the wing. Still has it. A dribbling display by Emily DeLeo. Launches, and it's in! Emily DeLeo with a shot that kind of fooled the goaltender. And from 35 yards out, she makes it 1-1. And that is a ball that the goaltender would normally have stopped. Erin Morris just got fooled by the bounce. And she got caught sort of like the equivalent of a baseball infielder's in-between hop, and it went by her. So a bit of a goalkeeper error, but when you put shots on goal, good things can happen. And Emily DeLeo will tell you that wasn't her most testing shot that she's ever launched, but it was right on net, and she got the lucky break. And it's 1-1, just like that here at Stellos Stadium. They have not yet put the goal scoring tallies on the scoreboards here at Stellos. Yes, because we're tied into the scoreboard, right, Pete? Pete Johnson, our executive producer, is sitting right next to me. Bishop Guertin is going to score. Getting in behind the defense onside and kicking it over the goaltender. So Grace Carden came out just a little bit too far, and the Cardinals were able to capitalize. And I'm trying to keep my eye on the goal scorer so that I know the number on the back of the jersey, and that is going to be number 16 for the Cardinals, Natalie Kotu. Kotu on the score for BG. So you could chalk those up as goalkeeper errors. First by Morris on the Bishop Guertin side, and then by Carden, who came a little bit too far out of her goal. There's another bouncer in. This one played easily by Morris. And nice chip over the goaltender by Natalie Kotu. Perfectly done to take advantage of the wide open space and getting to the ball first, which was the key on that one. So we're at 2-1, and that is the tally that is now up on the scoreboard here at Stellos. 2 for Bishop Guertin and 1 for North. So that was a short-lived tie there with just under 10 minutes to go. BG answers back immediately and regains their advantage. So 2-1 here in first half play. 7 minutes and 25 seconds left to go. The clock has frozen since we changed the score, though, and it is no longer running as it should be. There's a kick from distance, and showing off that fine right foot, Martha Lord, who has scored one of the 2 goals in this game. Just a freshman, number 10 in green and yellow for the Cardinals. A very effective player right out of her high school gate. So we got some bonus soccer time as we've restarted the clock, and nobody's the wiser down on the field, I believe. They do, huh? They keep it on their watch. They keep the time. Cardinals moving the ball smartly down the field again, trying to add to their 2-1 advantage. Grace Kelly faking the shot, keeps the ball on her foot and plays it back now. Nice steal by Abigail Yepes. Takes the ball away. Momentarily, BG steals it back. Nice play by Delaney Ramalho, number 13. Stepping up and intercepting that attempted clear by the Titans. Ball ends up beyond the hedges, which have turned a nice shade of red here in mid-October, early October, as the fall foliage reaches Nashua. Wow, that is a red piece of foliage right there. Where is that? Pete just showed me a nice photo of a red leaf tree up near Plymouth. Ball gets away down into the deep sideline. I believe it is a North throw-in in their defensive end. Guertin chooses not to surround the ball too much. They're kind of laying back, and this is why. There's the nice steal. The shot goes wide. Good attempt by the Cardinals as they continue to create scoring chances. It'll be another goal kick for the Titans. Grace Guertin boots it. Nice bouncer toward midfield. The Cardinals are the first to get there, though. Loose ball. Emily DeLeo gets it taken away by Martha Lord. Lord on the give and go has to put the brakes on. Good defense by Natalie Burgess and a clear by DeLeo. Oh, that's in the cemetery. Oh, I see. Up near Plymouth. The colors come out this time of year in New Hampshire. Don't have to tell you guys, as a lot of people are fans of the foliage. And it is a very pleasant day here at Stello Stadium. Actually perfect for soccer and for us calling the game. No bright sun in our eyes to contend with. And the turf is dry. There's a kick that goes wide to the right of the goal, launched by Hannah Lord. I imagine the older sister of Martha Lord. And Grace Guertin will have another goal kick opportunity here. Under 4 minutes to go in the first half. At the 2-minute mark, clock will normally freeze, and the officials on the field will keep time and let us know when the half comes to a close by 3 bursts of the whistle. Throw in for the Cardinals. 2-1 they lead here in the city rivalry. North versus BG all week. We've had volleyball, now soccer today, boys and girls. The boys game coming up at 7 o'clock later, live on Nashua ETV. And we've got football this coming Saturday. And Friday night is a South Alvern game that we'll insert in there in BG North rivalry week. But the Saturday game will be Bishop Guertin boys against the boys from North. The ball bounces out of bounds off of the Cardinals. So Grace Guertin, another goal kick. 2:45 to go first half. Hard-fought first half. We have looked primarily to our left. BG dominating the offensive zone time of possession. Guertin's low liner ends up on the foot of a BG player. Titans will have to practice their clearing against the better teams. They've had great difficulty getting the ball out of their own end today off of goal kicks. Grace Kelly to the middle of the field. This is Hannah Lord. Hannah Lord trying to play it up to her teammate, who is double teamed. Ball intercepted. Abigail Yepes doing battle there number 1 for the Titans, trying to steal the ball, get possession, and create something. But the backline defenders for the Cardinals are too good. Down the sideline it goes, and teams trading possessions. 2 minutes on the clock, frozen. Time being kept on the field. First half, 2-1. BG would love to sneak another one in here and take a 2-goal advantage into the locker room. BG struck first on a header off of a corner kick. Martha Lord heading in the corner kick from Grace Kelly. And Natalie Kotu chipping one over the goaltender, Grace Guertin. That was the 2 goals for Bishop Guertin, sandwiched around a goal on just basically a dump-in shot. Oh, there's a tester, and there's another great save. Grace Guertin has had 2 really good saves, great and good, to keep this a 2-1 game. Perfectly aimed to the far sliver of the net. That one would have snuck inside the post for sure, and we do have halftime. The 3 blasts of the whistle, and it is a 2-1 advantage for the Cardinals as we take the halftime break. I'm John Collins along with Tom King, our cameraman Tim O'Neill. We are live on a Tuesday, October 6th here at Stello's, looking for the exciting conclusion of this one coming up on Nashua TV. Stay with us.
Hey, look, it's those guys.
Let's do those pearly whites, man. Ooh, cute.
Are you good to drive?
I'm fine.
Hey girl, what's up? What's the name? What's good? What's up?
How many did you have?
I should be fine.
You should be.
Sir, go and step out of the vehicle for me.
Yes, sir. See ya, buddy. Today, Sean's got a hearing. We'll see how it goes. Good luck. So turns out, buzz driving and drunk driving, they're the same thing, and it costs around $10,000. So not worth it.
Welcome back, everybody, to Stello's Stadium in Nashua. John Collins along with Tom King. A 2-1 advantage for the Cardinals right now, who definitely enjoyed the offensive zone time of possession advantage throughout the game. Scoring goals on a corner kick from Grace Kelly to Martha Lord, and then a chip in by Sydney Thibault for Bishop Guertin, the 2 goal scorers. And then the goal scored by Emily DeLeo by North, just kind of the dump in on the goaltender and a goaltender misplay. I would think that Emily Morris would have said she should have had that bouncer. And as good as Emily DeLeo was able to kick the ball, that wasn't one of her strongest kicks, but it still found the back of the net. So instead of a shutout, we have a 2-1 contest. And Tom, the Titans need to figure out how to get the ball out of their own zone.
Yeah, they do. I mean, Guertin's got a lot of speed. They've got a lot of, you know what you see with Guertin, John? The passing. They know where each other are on the field.
Right.
You know?
And the Titans are kind of just kicking it away, clearing the ball without any aim or any direction toward a teammate.
And you know, this is a Guertin team that has a lot back from last year, but they're missing one key player who played for them last year Caitlin Toom, she transferred to Brewster Academy because she needed another year with her knee. So she's not here. It would have been a senior this year. So they lost a good player that way. And this team would be even better with her on it. It would be even more dominant than they've been during the course of this season.
Lillian Brooks just kicked that ball over midfield. She's a defender for the Titans. North would do well, I think, to get the ball in the foot of Lillian Brooks a little bit more in this game. Didn't mention her name that much in the first half. Grace Kelly slides it toward the sideline. There's a name we mentioned quite a bit in the first half, Grace Kelly, who takes all of the corner kicks for the Cardinals and does a terrific job in setting her teammates up for quality shots on those corner kicks. Right now she's got a free kick just inside the sideline. Tom, you got a great up-close look at that corner kick goal from Grace Kelly, and she's just got a knack for putting the ball right in the middle where the goalie can't get to it and her teammates can make a play.
Yeah, she made a great play. Here's the thing, John. And here's another free kick for Guertin. And
that's Kelly
this.
again, and
Yep.
she also set up her teammate, number 9, right at the far post for a chance to score. That was Katie Boudreau.
Yeah, who's sophomore, but was one of their best players last year as a freshman. So, but you're going to get 6 corner kicks in a span of about 40 seconds. You know, you got to come up with something.
And that's what they did.
And you know,
they were just one after the other.
Right, it was unbelievable.
We have a free kick for Emily DeLeo, who's drawn a third one of those in this game. This one's nowhere near the goal, though, so she can't turn it into a scoring opportunity just yet. So DeLeo will carry the ball up the near sideline, trying to feed it to her teammate Katrina Peck-Buzek, number 17, but it trickles out of bounds, and it's a throw-in for the Cardinals and Grace Kelly. Hannah Lord heads it back to Kelly. She'll play it to her midfielders near sideline. Abigail Gomez Yepes, number 1 for North's got a great motor. She's always around the ball, always hustling. As Tom King said, Titans just need to string some passes together and maintain possession a little longer to have a play develop. That goal by DeLeo, basically just an unassisted goal. She got to a loose ball in space, chipped it toward the goaltender. And
well, she's got the best foot on the team.
She's got a nice bounce. Yes, she does.
But clearly, Guertin is doing a good job of shadowing, and you probably haven't mentioned this name very much, is Ari Domain, who's about ready to head the ball, but the pass was over her head.
Yeah, just a couple of times.
They've done a great job of negating her.
The Cardinals heading the ball forward.
Yeah, there's that defense that's been under pressure, led by Caitlin Laurenti. It's done a good job to hold them to 2 goals.
Grace Kelly, and stepping up was Peck-Buzek. Knocks it out of bounds, but it is Guertin possession in the offensive end again with a throw-in here. One of your goal scorers doing the throwing in, Sydney Thibault, scored that second goal. A ball that Grace Carden came off her line to play. There's another tough chance for Grace Carden, but she's able to scoop it up. Grace came off her line and left space between her and the goal, did not get to the ball first. Sydney Thibault got first touch, and that was the go-ahead goal with about 8 minutes left to go in the first half.
So you've got Thibault on your roster, right?
I do, on the second page.
There's a second page.
There's a second page. Tom wasn't.
I wasn't given a second page.
Second page, here it comes.
All right, there we go. Because we got 2 22s on this team.
Yes. Oh, we got 2 22s.
Yeah, the other 22 is, if I look at it, is Emily Neely, Neily.
Okay, yeah, you're right. There is an Emily Neely.
Yeah, so I got to make sure that's.
I got Sydney Thibault as the goal scorer, number 22, from one of the fans.
Yeah, okay.
That knows her, so I relied on that. We have in front of us Steve Cody, who does streaming of Bishop Guertin girls soccer games via his website.
There's Dumaine with a shot in a crowd, but couldn't get much of a foot on it as it just rolls to the end line.
The highlightguy.com. Great website.
Yeah, Steve has taken some shots that he submitted for me for kids sports over the years with the junior highs.
Guertin controlling. Midfield. And Tebow head is up looking for a teammate to pass to. Steal by the Titans, trying to make something out of it. Yepis in the middle. Good give and go. DeLeo from distance, just wide left.
Again, best foot on the team, long distance. She's got a good one. Just couldn't get it, a little off balance and kind of steered it wide.
And I like the fact that she is willing to shoot from anywhere, Tom, because there's some games we've covered, hockey, lacrosse even. You say, why didn't they take the shot? They had the shot and they passed it up. Emily DeLeo's not going to pass it up if she's got some kind of angle.
If she's got an angle to the net and feels she's got a clear path to it, she'll take the shot. And she will take the shot all the time.
And we have to mention Grace Guertin with a couple of tremendous saves to keep this a 2-1 game. I can think of a point-blank header she saved and also a great kick from distance, as well as one that went off her hands and off the crossbar. So there's 3 saves from memory that could easily have gone behind her by Grace Guertin. She'd love to take that mistake back on the coming too far out off her line on the Tebow goal. Out of bounds, near sideline, right in front of the scorer table. Throw in for the Titans. Lillian Brooks to handle it. Down the sideline it goes. She found DeLeo, but the ball just bounced over her. Titans making some progress with another throw in. I was just going to
say, they've had more possession in the second half in the first 8 minutes.
A little bit of an adjustment made by coach and players at halftime, you think?
Jacqueline Thompson, probably. There's almost an open shot.
Yeah, headed on forward. In the vicinity was Faith Sutton, number 15. The BG, what nice whirling, dribbling by Grace Kelly. Chips it down. It's going to be a foot race. The goaltender way off her line. Grace Guertin came 30 yards out to boot that one away. As on the hunt was number 6, Brooke Paquette.
She took a chance. I mean, I thought Laurenti had it pretty well covered. And I didn't think there was a need to come out that far.
Yeah, the defense was there. Tebow with the throw-in. Good job of controlling the throw-in. BG with possession deep.
Actually, that throw-in bounced a little bit too much.
Oh.
Guertin had an opportunity there to turn and fire, and weren't able to take advantage of it because the ball bounced a little bit more. Here's a chance from the corner.
Is it going to be a corner kick?
I think it's going to be a goal kick.
Apparently, it's hard to see because it's really far from us, but I think a Titans defender touched it last.
It looks that way. They're lining up for a corner.
Yeah, the bad news for the Titans is Grace Kelly's going to fetch the ball and launch another corner kick here. And she is the bringer of pressure with that right foot of hers. Able to angle it right into the maelstrom in front of Grace Guertin, and you never know who's going to get to it first.
Boom.
That one actually was not the best effort by Grace Guertin.
No, because what it did was it curled on top of the goal.
Reminds me of when you jinx the volleyball server or the free thrower. When you say, this person is a perfect free thrower or server. And then the next one, boom.
Quite a game the other night.
Wow, yeah. You've covered a lot of sports. That had to be up there as far as a regular season volleyball game. North takes it 3-2. Ooh, a little bit of body language there let go by the official. It's the closest thing to a hockey body check you'll see by the Cardinals. And this time, the player that hits the deck is that DeLeo?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Patrick Mahomes of the Titans hits the deck, and then the whistle comes out.
Exactly.
I saw some floppage last night. I have a microphone and I have an opportunity, so I can say there was floppage on the sideline by Patrick Mahomes. Here come the Cardinals with some pace. Titans forced to scramble back on defense. In the middle. DeLeo
Down the
gets a foot
middle.
on it.
Down the middle is what Guertin's trying to do.
Lord launches.
And they got it off. They wanted a play down the middle, and they got that shot that they needed to get. Just, it was right at Guertin. She does a good job of lining it up.
Hannah and Martha Lord, number 2 and number 10, a dynamic sister duo for the Bishop Guertin Cardinals. Through the hedges, BG throw-in. 40-minute halves in New Hampshire high school girls, boys, and soccer. And we have played 12 minutes, just about going on 12 minutes of half number 2. All the goals so far, 2-1 lead for Guertin coming in the first half.
Yeah, it was a game of responses. North responded within a minute to Guertin's goal, and Guertin responded right back to North's goal.
Yeah, it was a short-lived 1-1 tie.
Yeah. Short-lived 1-0 lead for Guertin as well. You know,
Right,
the Titans are,
yeah.
I mean, this is a battle of two good teams. I mean, two teams that, you know, you wouldn't be surprised to see in the Final Four when they play. And by the way, all the soccer this year, all the tournaments this year are all going to be home of the higher seed. They're not going to have them at any neutral sites, I don't believe.
Mm-hmm. Out of bounds off of the Cardinals. No, the Titans, excuse me. BG throw-in as they try to get a shot away here on the right side of your screen. Bishop Guertin was defending.
There's another one coming up, another shot attempt, I think. They're going to let this fly? No, they're going to try to get somebody in, and just not quite enough timing there.
The defender for North did a good job of clearing that over the sideline instead of the end line. So instead of a corner kick, it is a throw-in for the Cardinals. Titans seeking a way to get the ball out of their own end as the sun makes an appearance here in full force at Stellos. North trying to work it out. Good steal there. Titans, Lillian Brooks. Oh, excuse me, that wasn't Lillian Brooks. That was Faith Sutton that worked it toward midfield. Lillian Brooks has it now. She gets it up to Emily DeLeo. DeLeo with some space, midfield. Defender steps in the way, though, and the Cardinals steal it back with some room to roam here. Number 15 for, well, it was 16 for the Cardinals. Not able to control it, though. Titans take it back. And here comes North. Give and go. Faith Sutton slides it. Abigail Yepes couldn't get there first, and BG clears it away. Sydney Thibault gets it into the offensive zone once again. Players slowing down just a little bit here, noticeably not sprinting as much as they did in the first half. The players with possession seem to have a little bit more time to operate. Oh, that's in the goalie box. Well, we have a shot, a whistle before the shot, which Grace Guertin deflected off the crossbar, and it's going to be a foul against the Cardinals. So that'll produce a goal kick. Not quite sure what the offense was, but two players came together, including Titans defender Michaela O'Brien, who did a good job fending off the attack and drawing the foul to produce this goal kick, which backfires on the Titans. They weren't able to get it out, and Hannah Lord with it. Number 2, whirling around, still has it on her feet, plays it smartly to Brooke Paquette. Paquette, though, had it slip past. Abigail Yepes gets tripped up, and that's going to be a free kick for North. Eddie Van Halen passed away?
Oh, wow.
Wow.
They're dropping like flies. You notice that these days?
He wasn't that old, right?
A lot of these celebrities are from the 80s, 90s.
Pete showed me a picture of Eddie Van Halen in classic rock star on stage mode with the guitar, and I'm thinking, why is he showing this? And then it says R.I.P.
I would say in his 60s.
Yeah, 60s. It's got to be. Emily DeLeo shielding the ball with her body. Nicely done, trying to spin around and keep it in traffic. Did she draw the foul? Yes. The Cardinal fans don't agree, but Emily DeLeo, the dangerous one, with a free kick from a decent angle. Let's see how they set it up. And the official giving her an even better angle here to launch, and I wouldn't be surprised she goes right at the goaltender, Tom, in this one situation for the Titans.
There it is, curling wide.
So 65 died of cancer, Eddie Van Halen.
Yep.
Didn't know he had cancer. Which was true of the Black Panther that passed away recently. He kind of kept his cancer condition private. Goal kick for the Cardinals, leading 2-1. That's how tenuous it is, though. Just a 1-goal lead despite having all that time of possession. And they're just one Emily DeLeo spectacular effort away from giving up a tie here. Let's see what happens. The Titans intercept, and DeLeo has it midfield. Try to find Yepes sprinting, but BG's defenders step in the way. Tebow plays it back. We got a whistle, but I don't think it has anything to do with the play on the field. I heard somebody blowing a whistle somewhere in the complex. In the middle it goes. Good give and go by the Cardinals as it went off Hannah Lord's foot to Grace Kelly, and Kelly tried to spring her teammate Katie Boudreau down the sideline. Instead, it went out of bounds, so it'll be a Titans throw-in. 22-22 left in the contest. Throw-in actually hit a BG player and went out of bounds again. So, Titans maintain possession. That ball disappeared somewhere underneath the stands, so they have to bring another one in from the near sideline and restart play. Ball kicked into the offensive zone. Titans on the move, actually to midfield, that is. Faith Sutton trying to usher it toward the goal, but BG intercepts. Hannah Lord's touch intercepted by the Titans. Players collide. BG controls.
I'll tell you what, you got to give both teams, especially North, I think, a little bit of credit.
Brooke Paquette in on Carden. She scoops it up.
Other than that period where there were so many corner kicks, and I think they were getting a little fatigued, they've bounced back. And remember, they hadn't played a competitive. Ooh, there we go. There's a whistle coming somewhere. And they haven't played a competitive game because the Merrimack games last week were canceled.
Right.
So and they won't be made up. So they haven't played a competitive game. The last time they had played was a week ago last Saturday when they beat Nashua South in a rematch. So that's a long time to go. That's almost 10 days without playing. So here we go with the free kick.
Big gap. Grace Kelly, who's so great on corner kicks, will take this free kick.
She's got a long distance. She's about 35 yards out.
And she's going to sky it over everything.
It's a good field goal, but not a good soccer goal. So, but that's the danger. When you're that far out, you tend to put a little bit more into it, and it's going to sail over.
A couple of these players are candidates for field goal kickers on the field today. Crossed my mind seeing these big feet, able to kick the ball with authority from distance. Grace Kelly is one of them. From grace to grace, Grace Carden is the goalkeeper for North. As the Titans try to edge it toward midfield, but again, BG making life difficult on the clearouts, just returning to the offensive zone time and again, as they do again here. Carolyn Cairns, number 5. Faith Sutton in the middle. This is Ariana Dumaine with a rare touch for her. She plays it back to DeLeo, back to Dumaine. DeLeo from quite a distance.
And I'll tell you this. I mean, North has got to involve more than DeLeo. They need more people. And Dumaine's got to be one of those players. They've got to find a way to free her up and get her in space so she can use her talents the way DeLeo has been able to at times in this game. It's a double threat for North. They've got to take advantage of it. At least that's the way I see it, the way things are going. It's just, South had their hands full with DeLeo with Dumaine a lot of times, and that freed up DeLeo. And that may be doing the same thing here, but boy, if North could get DeLeo in space a little bit, Dumaine in space a little bit more, be interesting to see what happens.
Grace Kelly, great footwork, gets it away.
Oh, nice stop by Lorendi. Lorendi with a nice stop there.
Stepping in the way, number 3.
My foot's still sore from making my first save of the year when I had to kick the ball back to the goalie down there.
Yeah, you did, huh?
Yep. Didn't catch that, John?
I didn't. I must have been looking elsewhere when that happened. Carolyn Cairns teeing it up down the sideline, intercepted by Abigail Yepes. Emily DeLeo, middle. Dumaine's got it for a moment. Double teamed, triple teamed, gets it in the middle to DeLeo. Good pass. Emily controlling it. Hits the deck, doesn't get the call that time. There was some contact. Played back to the defense line.
Smart play. Play it back because you were very well covered and there was a lot of white shirts behind you.
A lot of grace in this game. Grace Maloney, number 7 for Bishop Guertin. Into the corner. BG not able to track it down before it trickles over the sideline. So 17 minutes remain, and it's still anybody's soccer game. Just a 2-1 lead for Bishop Guertin. All 3 goals scored in the first half.
You notice something else about this game? There's no ball retrievers.
Right? No ball retrievers. Cutting down on the amount of people in close proximity.
Yeah, that's probably a smart move, although it affects the game a little bit because the players have to chase it down. The clock continues to tick.
Yep. Yeah, I think we had one ball actually go underneath the stands on the far side. Carolyn Cairns.
He's got to be careful here with that North pressure if they decide to move up. It's almost time for North to start bringing some people up. 16-14 left in the game.
Almost time. Sacrifice some defense to get some more people up front. Into the corner it goes. Bishop Guertin launches. Cardin got
here's
on
the
it.
rebound.
Shot. Goal! Yeah. Grace Kelly makes no mistake.
Yeah, that was Kelly who had a wide open net. There was no, I mean, if she had missed that, she would have missed it high. Puts it right in the upper corner with 15:49 left.
We have benefit of the replay here in the booth, but with that great foot that she has, Grace Kelly is dangerous from the corner. She's dangerous from distance. That time she was just 10 yards right in front of the gaping open goal mouth. And as Tom said, she made sure to start the ball off really low and did not miss high. So turned out to be a hard-earned second half goal for the Cardinals. 3-1, they are up by 2, the biggest lead of the game. As the Titans try to answer right back as they did in the first half.
So Kelly with a goal and an assist in today's game.
Yes. I would give her player of the game honors to this point. Here comes the,
oh well.
That was one where It wasn't difficult to pick out the number of the kicker. It was not in traffic. She benefited from some space there and took full advantage. Free kick for the Cardinals. 15 minutes left to go, leading 3-1. We are live on a Tuesday, October 6th on Nashua ETV. John Collins with Tom King, our executive producer of Nashua ETV, Pete Johnson, alongside with Tim O'Neill on camera. It is North versus BG week. Volleyball, soccer, and football. We will insert a South Alvern football game on Friday night. A lot of excitement here at Stellos. Loose ball, a shot from distance, goal! Wow. Hannah Lord, perfectly placed far side.
Wow. They are accurate with their shooting, aren't they?
They sure are. I mean, the great saves that you factor in that Grace Guertin made earlier in the game, they have had about 10 quality shots on goal.
Now
Four of them have gone in.
They are pinpoint, you know, and this is a good team. This was a semifinalist last year. You know, they've gotten a little, you know, they were a young team. They only graduated, I think, 3 seniors from that team. Now they lost 2, but they've made up for it with some other players, and they've gotten older, better, and more precise. They're a much more precise team the way they pass the ball.
So did you have Martha Lord with the header, the first goal of the game? Number 10 for BG?
Hold on a second.
Make sure we had our 4 goal scorers correct.
Well, it's in that picture. I'd have to get my reading glasses on, John, to take a look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so the Lord sisters have both scored in this game. Older sister,
Yes, it's number 10.
Okay, so the younger sister Martha got one first.
I can confirm that.
Okay, and Hannah, the older sister, just got the 4th one there. So it is a 4-1 lead for Bishop Guertin. Sydney Tebow and Grace Kelly, your other goal scorers for the Cardinals. Emily DeLeo for Nashua North. Far sideline is Martha Lord with the throw-in, number 10. She'll actually hand it off. So they beat Merrimack 4-0 and 4-1, and there's your score right now here against North. BG consistently putting the ball in the back of the net.
Well, they also beat Bedford 3-0.
3-0, okay. Some quality soccer being played by this Cardinals girls team. Foot race for the loose ball. Abigail Yepes, number 1, gets there first for North, but lost it over the end line, which is another call to the corner for Grace Kelly. It looks like maybe somebody else is going to take it this time.
I was going to say, William Houghton yelled over to a player to take it. And
trying to get some experience.
Doesn't look like Kelly.
No, it's number 20.
Yeah.
It's Allison Guertin, freshman.
All right.
Looks like another pair of sisters on this team. Maybe twins. Allison and Ashlyn Guertin, both freshmen.
Let's see the foot.
Here's Allison Guertin.
Low liner.
In pretty advantageous spot, but the North defense had a nice wall up. In the middle, cleared by the Titans. Get it a good 35 yards from goal. 30 yards out. Blistering shot, saved by North's Michaela O'Brien. BG steals it back, though. Here's another dangerous shot, or from dangerous distance, but it goes wide left. Goal kick for Grace Guertin. Just over 11 minutes left to go in regulation here, but it looks like it's going to be a BG win for sure, up 4-1 late at the 70-minute mark about. of an 80-minute contest. Sideline we go. Into the corner.
And bright sun.
Bright sun and deep shadow take place on the Stellos Stadium Mottafield turf. By the looks of the shadows on the field, Grace Guertin will be looking into the sun a bit when she looks to her right over there. Let's see if this is another corner kick for Allison Guertin. She's fetching the ball beyond the hedges, and it looks like it will be another set piece for the Cardinals. Allie Guertin with the kick in the middle. It's a good one.
Better. Yep, that's better, and it just created a lot of traffic. What you want to do is create a lot of traffic in front of the goaltender, so she has to follow the path of the ball. Not always easy to do when you've got about 7 bodies around you.
Right. Friendly and foe all around you, and there was definitely an opportunity to make a play there for the Cardinals. Quality corner kick from Allie Guertin. BG with the ball in the danger zone again. Ball kicked off of a defender. BG keeping the pressure on. They're ahead 4-1, and they're playing like it's 0-0 here, hunting for more. All players collide, and Emily DeLeo has the ball in her foot. Good thing for the Titans as they finally ease the pressure a bit and get it past midfield. But the backline defense of the Cardinals is waiting. Cindy Tebow, one of the goal scorers today, we are told. That has to be confirmed, though, after. I'm sure Tom will go over the sheet, see what they have for the official scoring.
No, just ask the coach.
That's the coach.
I don't see a sheet down there, do you?
No. Just the clock, which says 8:18 to go in the game. 4-1, Bishop Guertin leading as they have possession in the defensive end. Loose ball. Cardinals getting to it. Oh, there's a hard collision there, and holding her face, unfortunately, is Faith Sutton. No, excuse me, that's number 15 for the Cardinals. We do not have.
Yeah, I didn't see a 15 on the roster.
Yeah. It looked like she took a shoulder to the face or nose area, which is always attention getting, and that's smarts. Restart for the Titans. That's usually a good sportsmanship thing that you do see at the pro levels when there is a stoppage of play because of an injury to one team. The other team will just restart with possession and give the ball back. Give the ball to the injured team squad. And I think that's what Emily DeLeo did there. Just kind of gave it back to the goalie. Titans with possession as play resumes here. Just under 7.5 minutes left. I'd like to see North put some kind of an attack together and go out of this game with something positive, some momentum to take on to the rest of the week.
Especially since they have to face them again.
Yeah, it's Saturday, right? They're playing?
I believe it is.
Yeah. Violation by Titans and possession free kick for the Cardinals in the offensive side of the field. As they tee it up. In the middle. BG got to it first.
There's a chance, but good coverage by the Titans as they managed to try to clog up that middle, which BG is always trying to get advantage of.
Natalie Burgess plays it out of bounds sideline, so throw in for Bishop Guertin as we get Kylie Friel into the game for Bishop Guertin, number 12.
Yeah, I think
Tom, we have
Houghton will get a lot of players in and out.
We have a stink bug making its way around the press box.
No,
If 2020 couldn't get any worse.
A couple over here with all the sun that's out.
Pete Johnson makes quick work of that, gets it out of here. I've been in stink bug quarantine for years.
This is their season. Pretty much when it gets warmer and sunnier and
try to socially distance myself from them as much as possible.
Them and bees.
And bees, yeah, that's what I thought it was at first.
Yeah, bees are always out this time of year too.
You allergic to bee stings?
Yeah, I don't know.
We dispatchers need to know these things.
Yeah, I don't think I am.
No, good.
I mean, they hurt, you know.
Yeah, they hurt. You ever been stung?
Yeah, I've been
How
stung
many times?
a couple times. One time I got stung when I wrapped up a bee in a paper towel and it stung, or a Kleenex, and it stung me through the Kleenex. Thought I'd killed it. The stinger still got me.
All right.
Here's a corner kick for BG. I think it's probably about the 12th of the game.
Conservatively, yeah. Titans managed to clear this one, and it's another Cardinals throw-in. Number 6 is Brooke Paquette into the corner. Lillian Brooks ushers the ball out of bounds. Let's see if it's a corner kick or a throw-in. It is a throw. Ball's loose in the box.
Oh, too much leverage there.
Wow.
She basically just willed her way.
Yeah. Cardinals
kind of pushed around Lorendi a little bit and got away with it and was able to get the shot off.
Yeah, these officials have been allowing some of that.
Yeah, Reverend Odie is the official on the near side, and he's a very lean. He's lean.
He's not whistle happy, which I kind of appreciate.
I like that too. He lets him play. You know what else he did, John? Which I really appreciated.
There's a booming shot that goes wide right.
You know what else he did?
Madeline
he
Neely.
let them know when there was a minute left, and then he let them know when there was 30 seconds left, and then he counted down the final 10 seconds.
Nice.
You know, which is
That's
what
fair.
I think. Which is what I think officials should do.
I don't think they do that in the Premier League. There's always arguments about.
We ain't in the Premier League, John. All right.
I know, but I think they should adopt that. That's what I'm saying. That's how good it is. I like that.
I think anybody, they all ought to do it. And now, see, the clock has stopped here, 4:36. The word had gotten to the timekeeper. She's supposed to stop the clock, or he's supposed. That's Ryan down there.
Loose ball, shot on goal, save, Cardin.
Yeah, Cardin's got 9 saves in this game.
Number 18 for Guertin. Haley Barker with a quality shot there. Ariana Dumaine, Faith Sutton across the middle. Not able to connect, and Bishop Guertin back with a possession in the offensive end.
A lot of space there. Look at this.
Good step up. Madeline Neely, number 14, still with it. Neely's shot, goal! Wow. How did she get by the defense and the goaltender? Maddie Neely, goal number 5 for the Cardinals.
I'll tell you how. Fatigue. Neely has been on the bench most of the game, right? I mean, she's a fresh player.
Fresh legs.
Yep. Fresh legs.
You're right.
Yep.
You know, from the appearance of it, it was strong-willed offense, but the actual biological fact of it, as Tom King just pointed out, fresh legs off the bench. She ran by everybody and maintained possession and got the shot away. Quality to the far corner of the goal. She didn't even need to lift it. It was just that well placed.
Which Lord scored the last goal?
It was the older sister, Hannah.
Hannah did, all right.
Hannah, number 2.
Right.
So it is a democratic score sheet for the. Everybody gets a chance. 1 goal for each of the 5 goal scorers in this one. At this point, I still think you have to give player of the game to Grace Kelly.
Yeah, I think so too.
When the game was hanging in the balance, she dominated offensively, and it was her series of corner kicks that finally broke the dam and got the game's first goal off of a header by Martha Lord. And then Grace Kelly scored another big goal of her own later on. I believe that made it 3-1.
I'd say there's got to be under a minute.
I don't know why the clock has stopped, Tom.
Well, they stop it with 5. They let it go a little bit too long.
I see. 5 in the second half?
Second half, it's 5.
Okay. First half, it's 2-minute mark. Loose ball in front. Your goal scorer lurking, Maddie Neely. Ball comes back to 30 yards out. Good dribbling, shot. Dribbles through everybody and over the end line for a goal kick. If you're watching this live on a Tuesday, October 6th, we will air that epic volleyball game from last night shortly. So stay tuned, and it'll be in between.
We'll fill the 2-hour void while they clean the stadium, and I go home and write a story or two.
That first set of the best of 5, the 32. Well, I'm giving away how it goes if you haven't seen it, but that was some kind of game. That game 1 of the best of 5 match.
And that'll do it.
That is the match here. It is a 5-1 decisive Bishop Guertin victory over Nashua High North in girls soccer. For Tom King and my cameraman Tim O'Neill and our executive producer Pete Johnson, I'm John Collins, thanking you for watching. Good afternoon from Stellos Stadium, everybody.